Once upon a time, there lived a wise man who was renowned for his ability to solve complex problems. One day, two polite young men visited him seeking advice. They both insisted that the other should go first, but after some discussion, they discovered that their questions were essentially the same. So, they settled on speaking with the wise man at the same time. One of the young men asked the wise man, "Our problems are similar. We are both low-level employees being treated badly at work. We get no respect at all, and our employers constantly push us around. Can you please tell us if we should quit our jobs?" The wise man closed his eyes and meditated at length, while the two young men waited patiently. Finally, he opened his eyes and gave them the answer in 5 words, "Only a bowl of rice." The two young men thanked the wise man and departed, contemplating the answer as they walked back to the city. After a while, one of them broke the silence. "That was interesting. What do you think the wise man meant?" The other one was thoughtful. "Well, it's fairly obvious that the bowl of rice represents our daily meals." "I agree," said the first young man. "I think he was telling us that the job is nothing more than a means to make a living." "Yes, when you come right down to it, that's all we get out of the job," the second young man replied. They went their separate ways. One of them continued working at the same place, while the other one submitted a letter of resignation immediately upon his return. He went home to the countryside and took up farming. After several years, this young man achieved considerable success as a farmer. He used what he had learned in the city to import high-quality seeds. The fruits and vegetables he grew became known as the best in the region. He enjoyed not only great profits but also reputation as an expert. The young man who remained at work also did well. It was as if he became a different person. He took on difficult tasks and demonstrated an ability to handle adversity. He rose up through the ranks and received one promotion after another until he became a manager. One day, the two of them met again by chance. Once they got caught up with one another, they realized that they had taken two very different paths based on the exact same answer from the wise man. They were both wealthy and happy, but which path was the correct one? How strange. The manager was puzzled. The wise man said the same thing to us, and we both heard it the same way. Why did you quit? The farmer was also puzzled. I understood his words immediately. The job was nothing more than the means to get my daily meals. So why force myself to stay in a horrible situation just for a bowl of rice? Quitting was obviously the right thing to do. Why did you stay? I also think it should be obvious, the manager laughed. The job meant nothing more than a bowl of rice, so why was I getting so worked up over it? As soon as I understood this, I realized there was no need for me to get so upset. I did not have to take the abuse heaped on me personally, so of course, I stayed. Isn't that what he meant? Now I am completely confused, the farmer said. Did he mean for us to take your path or my path? Let's go and see him again and get to the bottom of this. Once again, they presented themselves before the wise man and explained the reason for their visit. They asked him to give them some insights into the real meaning of his advice all those years ago. The wise man closed his eyes and meditated for a while, and then he gave them his answer again in 5 words, only a difference of thought. The wise man went on to explain that in life, we all have our own paths to follow. Each person's state of mind is like a stream flowing downhill, and no matter what direction they take, they will eventually reach their point of happiness. He emphasized that there is no right or wrong answer and that everyone should follow their own paths and find their own happiness, as it is only a bowl of rice. The two men were grateful for the wise man's wisdom and left feeling enlightened. They realized that the man's advice was not about what they should do, but rather about how they should think. They had each found their own path to happiness, and they understood that everyone's path is unique. They went on to live their lives with a greater sense of purpose and direction, and they always remembered the wise man's words, only a bowl of rice. This is wonderful words of life motivation. Thanks for watching.